So the first question that I'd like to ask you is that what do you think is the most noteworthy thing or accomplishment of your tenure that has gone by as MP of Chandigarh that you'd like to remind us of?
I think the most noteworthy thing would be the fact that I have changed policies which have been lying redundant for years and years, which the last MP, who was also a minister in the centre, never bothered to do. They related to housing, need-based changes of people, they're related to transfer of properties, they're related to an industrial policy which the city never had. We got it in 2015. The fact that I got 24/7 water for the city, the fact that I got then the flyover, the Tribune Chalk flyover,
Yes, yes.
and the fact that we're making a ring road, the fact that we are making a railway under bridge to ease traffic, and the fact that there are, I mean, umpteen number of 11 schools added, and there are community centers and sports stadiums. They are plush sports stadiums. They are with swimming pools and with the, squash and badminton courts and general gymnasium kind of a hall, big hall for gymnastics or whatever. So there's so many of them. So I think a whole lot of stuff, that made the city kerosene free, made the city open defecation free, made the city a solar city, made the city, what else have I done? Lots of things.
Yes.
Is it okay if I give you a list of it?
Yes, it will be, but since I wanted most noteworthy, I thought that maybe something which is closest to you, maybe you'd like to point that out.
They're all very close to me, especially the water.
Okay.
Getting 24/7 water, very close, because that was not in the manifesto, that was in my heart.
Oh,
as
yes.
a citizen of Chandigarh.
Yes,
I wanted to get it done.
Yes, that is what I wanted to bring out through this question. What would be the next thing, that would occupy your priority when you get re-elected? What would be it that you
Nice of you to say when I get re-elected.
Not, I did not say
I think I would like to concentrate on making sure that all the things that are supposed to be there in a smart city are there in this, in the coming years. And I'd like to make as much of the city as possible Wi-Fi enabled.
Okay.
I'd like to make it, I'd like to have problems like this menace of dogs and all removed, because people are a real problem with that. Try and find a solution to that. I'd like to do the entire electrical wiring underground.
Okay.
Because zara si hawa chalti hai and the electricity goes. And I think it's in a smart city, it should be underground. Smart meters is already, they've made us, given us a smart grid already, but everybody should have smart meters, whether it's for water or it is for electricity. I'd like to do that. I'd like to make sure that all the government schools can slowly have a transition to becoming English medium, because they are aspirational, the kids in the colonies and all who go there. And they're generally children who come from a weaker section of society. So I feel that they're always aspiring. They feel कि English medium school में पढ़ेंगे तो आगे जाकर और बढ़ेंगे, and however much we might love Hindi and love Punjabi, which should be an integral part of the education, but I feel then they can look to various, they don't feel lesser somehow. So I feel, and they always ask me that. I'd like to make sure that that's started in the government schools. We have 114 or 115 government schools. Then we've just got 50 acres for the PGI, the hospital.
Okay.
So there'll be new wings being added in that. And I think they are planning also on having something for senior citizens in that. Because I feel terrible if the senior citizens of the city are standing in long lines. It's the busiest hospital ever, because it has a load of 7 different states people come in. And I'd like to make sure that that happens. The station will be coming up. We've been given that by the center some years ago. So the station is going to become like really wonderful with all kinds of things in it. It will look like with shops and this and that, like a little mall and like that. So I think that will be very exciting. And make that Wi-Fi enabled as well. And make sure that Sector 17, the plaza, all the renovation that is required in that is done. And I'd like to make sure that the monorail comes in. And more electric buses and more e-rickshaws.
Okay. So since you brought up Smart City, I also wanted to bring this up. Since this is a recent survey report that has been shared, the Swachh Bharat survey, survey. and Chandigarh has improved its position from 11 to 3rd this time.
No, that was last time.
Okay.
We fallen to 20 this
Yes,
time.
this time we've fallen to 20.
But
And
it was only during our time only that it had improved to number 3.
yes. So I think the main reasons for these are that there's no segregation of waste house
At source.
at the source, and then there's no water processing. And the third thing I think is the landfill that is growing in Dandu Bajra, and there's no proper solid
No,
waste management.
they're trying to do that now. They're trying to get in. See, we were stuck. Now what had happened was that there's this company that has got that waste management thing over there and that Dumaja garbage plant. Now this was a company who had been given this contract by the previous MP who was from the Congress, and what they did was they didn't put in an exit clause in the contract. Can you imagine what kind of things happen here? How can you do that to a city, your own city, sign a contract with no exit clause? So every time the corporation wanted to throw that company out because they were unable to deliver, they were not working up to the point where they needed to work, and it's hell living in Dandumatra because you have flies and you have people falling ill, and every time you went to court, the court would look at the contract and say there's no exit clause, you can't throw them out. So then they got some kind of, some kind of leeway from the court, and I think they put in some conditions.
Okay.
And I think now that they've done something with the company, that this entire waste, that is that heap of garbage, is going to be, that solid waste is going to be taken care of.
Okay.
And we also got now compost plants and little things in various sectors in the gardens that they can, not in the houses, in the green belt, where you can make compost from it. But I think segregation at source is the most important thing. And I've said this, but see, you must understand that I'm the member of parliament.
Yes.
I'm neither the mayor nor a councillor. This comes under the purview of the municipal corporation.
Yes,
Now the municipal corporation, I had given them even a presentation, somebody had come, and I said, if not this company, take any company, but I said make it simple for the garbage collectors.
Yes.
Firstly, every house outside should have one green and one blue dustbin.
Yes.
And the ladies, you should have little sessions where you teach them what is dry waste, what is wet waste. Basically all kitchen thing is all wet waste and the rest is dry. So they need to put it in separate bins.
Yes.
Then give the garbage collectors little e-rickshaws or something which have containers on them. And the one rickshaw should be blue, one other rickshaw should be green. So that they know very simple कि भाई मेरी गाड़ी blue है, मुझे blue dustbin डालना है. मेरी गाड़ी, I think that's the simplest way to do it. I don't know why they didn't say yes. I don't know what their criteria is for getting these contracts. Maybe there's more to it. I don't know.
Okay,
But can't you on the last sentence? Okay, I'll get into trouble. But seriously, it's not very transparent. Because I think it is such a good thing. It should be done.
Yes.
Khatam baat, it will cost so many 100 crores. Let it once and for all. हम लोग,
Yes, we'll be
छुटकारा मिलेगा हमको.
we'll be rid of this. So, do you think you'll be making, since this is under the purview of the local body,
Yes,
as you
yes,
said, do
yes,
you think you'll be making some kind of?
Yes, of course, I'll be pushing it.
Yes, that'll be great. That's all I wanted to talk to you.